Hi, this is Renugadevi. I am working as an assistant professor in Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. I belong to Business Administration Department. In this video, I am going to share about the principles of communication. So, in the previous video, we discussed about the what is called leadership and how they are going to communicate the leadership activities, everything we discussed. So, in this video, let's start with the principles of communication. So, as a leader, suppose they are going to communicate or share any message, at the time they have to follow some principles. So, this is based by the refined by all the people itself. Actually, the communication is the process of sharing information, idea, or sometimes thoughts and feelings between the individual or team members like a group. Effective communication it may help in building the strong relationship between the team members, reducing misunderstanding or miscommunicate everything, and achieving the organizational and the personal development goals. Actually, this communication principles will be segregated in the 8 C's. That is a most important principle that ensure the messages are delivered clearly and as well as effectively to the opposite party. So, what are the 8 C's principles of communication? That one by one in detail we discuss right now. The first C is clarity. Second, conciseness, completeness, correctness, then concreteness, courtesy, consideration, and finally it is a consistency. Actually, the clarity. So, whatever the message or any idea, you are supposed to pass it or deliver to the opposite party, either any employee or your delegated authority people or whatever it is, or your subordinates. So, that message should be clarity. It should be in simple, clear and easy to understand for the senders. And also, the sender must use appropriate language and avoid ambiguity so that actually the receiver understand the intent of the meaningful information. And second, we move to the second C of principles of communication is conciseness. Okay, so student, concise, what do you mean by concise? Is nothing but should be brief. So, whatever the message conveyed to the people should be brief and clear. Okay. So, the communication should be brief and also and to the point. What is you are going to communicate to the people? Point to point you are explaining and given to the sender's point, as well as unnecessary words and repetition and lengthy explanation, the detailed explanation should be avoided. When it is required, you can explain in detail. Okay. Concise message saves time and also keeps the audience should be focused. And third, completeness. So, the message should contain all the necessary information required by the receiver. That is called the completeness. The message should be complete manner. Then correctness. So, under this, the information shared must be accurate and factual and free from the grammatical mistakes. And also, the correct communication enhances the credibility and the professionalism of the sender, it shows that. And correctness. The fifth one, correctness of the communication principle. The message should be specific and also the supported by the fact and figureful informations. For example, whenever the information or statistical report needed, we can possibly send it to the message along with that. Then courtesy. The sender should be polite and respectful. Consider while communicating. Consideration is very important. Okay, the courteous communication promotes your goodwill and strength. Next, consideration. So, the effective communication take into the consideration account the need, emotion, knowledge level for the receiver. Then consistency. So, the message should be logical and also it should be consistent throughout the information, the contradictory information or any confusion the receiver, and reduce the effectiveness of the communication. For example, we are taking suppose faculty they wants to student to submit the assignment. So instead of saying this, submit your assignment soon, because the teacher may says like that, please submit your assignment through the online portal by 5 p.m. on Friday. Can send it by the college portal. So contact me if any face any difficulties immediately. So this is the way they have to follow the principles of communication. That's all.